Hello everyone, my name is Raj. So, today we gonna learn about how changing data from terabytes to petabytes affects its security in big data. Let's start with a quick refresher on what big data is. Big data refers to the massive data sets that grows beyond the capabilities of traditional databases to handle. For example, in today's world, we often hear about data measured in terabytes and petabytes or TB are large but manageable but by the companies today. But when we get to terabytes, we talking about the data on the scale that's far more challenging to manage, like what we see at the places like Google or Facebook. Just to give you a sense of scale, 1 petabyte is equal to 1000 terabytes. As the data grows, so do it a challenge or managing, securing it. The shift from terabytes to petabytes. Now we are moving from terabytes to petabytes with the rise of the Internet of Things, social media, AI, and smart devices. For example, YouTube alone stores more than 500 hours of videos uploads every minute, and this volume requires business to scale up their data infrastructure. When we start talking about petabytes of data, we are dealing with the whole new set of storage, management, and most importantly, security challenges. So, why is data security such a critical issue? Well, as data grows, so do the risk. Data breaches can lead to massive financial losses, damages to brand reputation, and even legal penalties. Remember the infamous data breach of Equifax, where the personal information of 147 million people was exposed. That's just one example of what can go wrong when data security is compromised. As data scales up from terabytes to petabytes, protecting it becomes exponentially harder but more essential than ever. Let's talk about terabyte scale data first. At this scale, business use transitional security methods like centralized data storage, encryption, and regular security updates to protect their data. These are typically manageable and there are established solutions like firewall, antivirus programs, and secure data centers. Encryption plays a big role at this level where data is scrambled so only authorized users can read it. But the security challenges are still there, like potential vulnerabilities in cloud storage, insider threats, and data access control. Now here are now here's where things start to get tricky. Moving to the petabyte scale data isn't just about needing more storage, it's whole new ballgame in terms of security. At this level, you are dealing with decentralized data, storage across multiple locations, massive traffic volumes, and bigger attack surfaces by cyber criminals. The size of petabyte scale data makes it harder to monitor and secure. This means traditional security methods start to break down, and organizations need to adopt more sophisticated, scalable security measures. More data means more problems at petabyte scale. One of the biggest issues is the increased attack surface. Every new dataset, every user, and every device connected to a network become a potential target for hackers, so monitoring these risks becomes far more complex. To combat this, companies are turning to automation and artificial intelligence to detect threats in real life. But even with advanced technology, it's challenging to keep up with the scale and complexity of attacks. Let's dive into encryption, one of the key security mechanisms in big data. At terabyte scale, encryption is relatively straightforward. You can encrypt your data at rest and in transit, and it doesn't affect the performance too much. But at petabyte scale, things get trickier. Encryption can create a performance bottleneck because it requires significant computational power. Also, managing encryption keys for such massive datasets become a complex task. If a key is lost or compromised, it can potentially expose vast amount of data to attackers. Access control is another area that become more complicated as data scales up. At terabyte scale, role-based access control systems are typically used, but at petabyte scale, managing who has access to what data become a huge challenge. With thousands or even millions of users, it's easy for unauthorized access to slip through this crack. This is where data governance come into play, ensuring that only the right people have access to sensitive data and you are in compliance with regulations with GDPR or HIPAA. Another challenge at petabyte scale is detecting threats in real time. With so much data flowing in and out, it's easy to miss anomalies that indicate security breaches. This is where AI and machine learning comes in. These tools can analyze massive datasets, identify suspicious patterns, and flag potential threats. Without AI and automation, the sheer volume of data would overwhelm human security teams. Data integrity and backups are critical, but as the data grows, it becomes harder to ensure everything stays intact. At petabyte scale, organizations face challenges like ensuring backups are complete, verifying data integrity, and avoiding data corruption. Solutions like cloud based backups, distributed storage, and blockchain technology are emerging to help address these issues. But with larger data volumes, even backups become more complex and resource intensive. Here's a key point: scaling up your data storage often comes at a cost of security. Companies have to balance scalability with security, and sometimes performance suffers as a result. For example, securing data through encryption can slow down performance, but alternative, leaving data unprotected, can be much worse. This is why planning ahead and choosing the right security strategies is so important when moving to petabyte scale data. Finally, let's look ahead at the future of the big data security. Technologies like blockchain are gaining traction for securing data because of decentralized nature. Quantum cryptography, though still in its infancy, promises to revolutionize encryption by making it nearly impossible to hack, and AI will continue to play a huge role in the automating security measures and detecting threats at massive scales. As data to grow, these innovative approaches will be critical to ensuring security in the world of petabytes and beyond. So now the times for the conclusion. So we are going to wrap up the today's videos on how data growth from terabytes to petabytes impacts security. From sorry, as we have seen, larger datasets come with more complex security challenges, but with the right tools and strategies, we can keep our data safe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.